What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Over the course of a week or so, I've been kind of slowly going through this little by little. Whenever I was working late or whatever, I'd take 15 to 30 minute breaks here and there and just kind of run through it. At some point, I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and hit 999 because realistically, this is probably the only Extreme Z Battle event that you can actually reach 999. The other ones are pretty difficult, even at like level 200. It gets close to impossible at that point. So with that in mind, before this goes away, I was like, let me go ahead and hit that maximum level of 999. So I'm gonna run through we're gonna start off with 600, and skip by the 100, 700, 800, and what have you, and then we'll finish up with the stage 999. And to those that are probably more than likely going to comment that, why the hell did I do this? You're an idiot for wasting time, whatever. Couple of reasons. Like I said, whenever I was working late, I needed to take a break from, all the, going through spreadsheets and, what have you. And then, it was a good way to kind of step away and take a little bit of a break. On top of that, again, it's one of those few Z Battle events where you can actually reach 999 relatively easy. So with all those combined, it's also to do with, self-satisfaction, really, just to see that 999 for a Extreme Z Battle event. It's kind of nice to look at. This is pretty much more or less like something fun for me to do. And I went with a strength type team throughout. Universe 7 fighters has the advantage, and they get the attack and defensive boost, but these guys can more than handle themselves. They've got the capability to do good enough, so that's kind of the format I went with. This is pretty much with the double lead of LR Spirit Bomb Goku. That way everybody gets 100% boost, and then just brought in a bunch of strength units that are able to hit pretty hard. And you'll notice in the video that these guys take very little damage from Jiren himself, and also, they can hit very well, so it's not really bad. It's actually pretty easy with the right setups, and again, a strength type team can definitely handle it. So it's been it definitely took a lot of time to get to this point. You're talking about 999 different stages that I had to run through, but spacing it out little by little over time, it's not too bad. So, like I said, just wanted to finish this up before it actually went away. I think probably gonna close out in like 2 days or something like that. October 4th JP time. So for the US time, it's like late in the hours of October 3rd, I guess. So I'm glad I was able to finish this up. I didn't even start this until I finished up, grinding for, the story event, farmable essays and all that. So, once I completed that, I was like, let's just go ahead and run through this and see what's up. So I intentionally skipped by the 100, like 600, 700 and whatever, just to kind of give you guys an idea how much changes there were between the levels. Honestly, there weren't that many. It didn't seem like it changed a whole lot between even like 600 to 900. There really wasn't that much of a difference. So all it takes is free time and commitment, I guess. Other than that, it's pretty worthless. Like, the training items you get is really not that great. I think if they gave out like Z Sword training items, like, it would have been much more worth it. But unfortunately in this case, it's more or less just for self-satisfaction purposes. Just to be able to see that 999 for Extreme Z Battle. It's really it really just comes down to that. And I will say this, like, it's been done by plenty of others, and I just kind of wanted to do it myself. You know what I mean? Like, since I had the spare time to do it whenever I'd be relaxing or chilling, I was pretty much like, let's just go ahead and commit to this and try it out. So So just cleared 700, and then we'll move on to level or stage 800, and we'll skip toward the 900s afterwards. But yeah, I mean it definitely took some time for this, but I'm glad I was able to complete it, and it's definitely been a little bit of fun. It was definitely a pain, I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's kind of nice to be able to see it at 999 and fully complete. Really, the rotations aren't that important. I mean, you can kind of get through it within 2 to 3 turns as long as everybody gets a super attack. Now, sometimes you'll have the Spirit Bomb Gokus linked up with Jiren in the same rotation, and obviously they don't link. So in those cases, it might be a little bit of a struggle to get the super attack. But other than that, I mean, it's really not bad. I put in LR Broly just because he gets that double attack with the supers, and then Rose to kind of complement him. But Rose is also able to hit for a pretty decent amount too. And again, I mean, the right way to do this is with the Universe 7 fighters. I mean, they get a substantial damage boost on it, so it could definitely be a lot quicker with that method. But I kind of like this team, and it worked out well for me. So, that's the format I went with. Initially, when I started doing this, I brought in units like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for tanking purposes, but after a while, I realized it wasn't even necessary. So I replaced units like him with other harder hitting units. Like, honestly, when I started doing this, it was with the Super Strength, with the double Super Saiyan 4 Goku elites. But after a while, I was like, I need other units that could hit for higher amounts and speed up the process a little bit. So that's when I kind of alternated and went with the double lead Spirit Bomb Goku leader skills, and then that way I was able to bring in the Broly and Rose unit, and that way it helped a little bit to kind of speed it up. The Spirit Bomb Goku also does provide an attack boost. I think it was 20% for allies when he does launch the super attack. So honestly, it doesn't really matter with this one, because these guys can hit well enough to where it's not going to make that much of a difference in terms of the time required to clear each one. I think on average I was able to clear each stage probably in the region of 1 minute 30 seconds to 2 minutes. That's probably the average time it took per stage. So honestly, I don't even want to do the math on 999 stages worth. That'll probably add up to a pretty big amount of time wasted, I guess is the right word. But I mean, it was fun running through it, and I'm just glad it's completed. It's definitely nice to be able to know that I was able to get through it. I'm guessing the others that went through, to this extent, they pretty much went with the LR Goku and Frieza double leads. I mean that's probably the optimal way to do it, and the fastest way to clear it. So in my case, I just went with this strength team setup. I mean, this one definitely surpassed any of the stages I've beat on other Extreme Z battle events. The second highest one now is the Family Kamehameha event, where I was able to clear stage 200. But other than that, it's I haven't really gone through much of it. So yeah, 200 is the second highest, and then here we are with level 998. I think it's coming up. So we've got 2 more stages left, and we'll hit the level cap of 999. So again, I mean, this is pretty much the team, like Spirit Bomb Goku, LR Vegeta Blue, the Jiren, let's see who else, Broly, Rose, and who's the last one? I can't even remember. I'm trying to look and figure out who I brought. The Super Saiyan 4 Goku definitely provides probably one of the highest damage outputs within this team. I mean, he's at 100%, so he definitely does pretty well. But Broly's, you know, he's got that additional attack, so he definitely does provide a lot of damage output. So he definitely cut down time a lot too. So definitely helpful. Even with Jiren's super attacks, I think even against Broly, the maximum amount of damage he took was about, you know, 50,000. So I've got a team HP of close to, I think, 350,000. So it really doesn't. I think for every stage that I cleared, HP never went below 50%. I mean, it was you know, pretty stable, I guess is the right word. It wasn't really much of a struggle. So yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate that, you know, it wasn't overly difficult to where I was pulling my hair out to complete each stage like some of the other EZA events. Alright, so here we are at the very last stage, 999. So let's run through this and finish it off. Going with the exact team setup, the LR Spirit Bomb Goku double leads, and you know, the same team format. They've been working up to this point, so might as well, you know, keep it going. You don't need to fix if it ain't broke. So just to give you some insight, LR Spirit Bomb Goku, both of them are usually 100%. I look for friends that had the you know, Rainbow Star version. LR Vegito Blue is also 100%. Broly is max SA with no dupes. Rose has one dupe. Jiren has he's at 90%, I believe. I think he's got 3 dupe paths unlocked. It's either 2 or 3, I can't remember exactly, but he's either 79% or 90%. And at that point, it doesn't make that much of a difference. I think, you know, for the most part in the potential system, as long as you have the top left and bottom right path opened up, you're pretty much going to see the maximum amount of gains you need. So a little bit over about 3 HP bars left, and then we're officially done with the Jiren Extreme Z Battle event. Alright, one more shot left. And close it out with the critical. Nice. Alright, so that is stage 999. So we've officially went through every single stage that exists in Jiren's Extreme Z Battle. And definitely what's up. Just kind of glad it's over, you know what I mean? So as you can see, once you hit and clear 999, it no longer goes up. So this is it. This is the absolute limit, 999. So here we are, officially done with the EZA for Jiren, and I should be able to hold my position for quite some time. I mean, it's comforting to know that I'm not gonna get passed on. You know what I mean? Like 909 is the limit. So at the very worst case scenario, I'll have, you know, a friend, you know, that's at, you know, the same level. But I'm not going to be passed. So that's pretty much the run through. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.